What's up my people, you're in the place for Triple D Conversation. My name is Tristan Deeves and today we're exploring all the ways to set Archfiend King Calamity on your opponent's turn whilst finishing with that OTK. Now I'm going to go through all of the cards you're going to need for this tutorial, as well as all the methods at which you can use to set your Calamities. Now starting off, we're going to need a Motivating Captain. He is my tech piece and he is very useful in this combo. You're going to need 1 Zero King Rage, 1 Ragnarok, 2 Lamias, a Savant Kepler, 1 Swirl Slime, 2 Necro Slimes, 1 Copernicus, a Contract with the Gate, a Where Art Thou, and a Reinforcement of the Army. Now once you have all those, you're going to move on to your extra deck, of which you're going to need 2 Flame King Gengises, 1 Flame High King Genghis, a Samsara Dragon of Rebirth, 1 Shooting Riser Dragon, an Archfiend King Calamity himself, as well as 1 Linkaribo, and a no-named Gilgamesh. Now for this combo itself, I'm going to just go over the one that I've already shown you, just because there are a few different ways to do it, as well as a few unique things that I have found recently. Now to start off with, we're going to go for a Summon of Savant Kepler. It's going to go straight into a search for Contract with the Gate. Once that's occurred, you're going to add to your hand a Copernicus. Once Copernicus is added to hand, you can do a Swirl Slime and Lamia fusion to go to the grave, and then you're going to get yourself a Flame King Genghis. On that Flame King Genghis, we're going to be using the Swirl Slime to special summon the Copernicus, triggering Flame King Genghis' effect to special summon your Lamia, whilst also sending a Necro Slime to the grave from Savant Copernicus' effects. Then we're going to go for a simple Savant Copernicus and Lamia, top of the extra deck and the graveyards for a Samsara Dragon of Rebirth. You're then going to go for a Lamia for the Dark Contract, sending Dark Contract to the graveyard, Flame King Genghis and Lamia together. Your Lamia is now banished, and you're going to give yourself a Shooting Riser Dragon. On this, Shooting Riser Dragon's effect is going to activate, sending to the graveyard yet another Lamia, which is then going to stay in the graveyard whilst the Flame King Genghis and the Necro Slime fusion summon for our High Flame King Genghis. And then you're going to be going for High Flame King Genghis, Savant Kepler to special summon your no-named Gilgamesh. Now if you don't have one of these already, you've got to get hold of one. They are one of the best cards. Just having that no-name gives it its own special ability to look a little bit cooler. Once you've done that, you're then going to set your Pendulum Zones using your Rage and using your Ragnarok, from which you're then going to Pendulum Summon. Going to go for a Savant Kepler here, which is going to trigger Ragnarok's effect, so you're taking a total of 2,000 damage during that step to special summon another Lamia. From that, we're going to send our Savant Kepler back to the top of our extra deck, just for a Linkaribo, so we have that extra safety. And then you're going to set and pass turn to your opponent. Once that's happened, you're going to go straight away Synchro Summon using your Shooting Riser Dragon special ability for your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. And that there is the combo. Now the only difference I wanted to show you with this combo is that we're actually going to start this time with a Where Art Thou instead. Now there's not much difference from the other combo. The only difference that we do have is that it's a little bit more problematic to get this one out, but it does increase your chances so just by having 3 Where Art Thous in this deck, you increase your chance just by comboing off on the first turn by 4.4%, and going seconds you increase it by a 7.8% chance to combo off for that King Calamities. So using hypogeometric cumulative variances, you can actually identify what you need, and if you haven't looked into them already, I definitely recommend doing so. Now with Where Art Thou, all we're going to be doing is, instead of doing the fusion summon or anything, we're going to go straight into that Savant Kepler, we're going to trigger its effects, looking for our gates. Once we've got gate, we're going to set it to our field. As soon as gate's set, we're going to search for Copernicus. And we're not going to search for Lamia here because there's not too much point, because we can just get that off the Where Art Thou. Once that's activated, we're going to then be adding Lamia to our hands. Now after we've added Lamia to our hands, we can go for a Swell Slime and Lamia play to the graveyards for that Flame King Genghis. Once again, use the Swell Slime from the graveyard, special summoning the Savin Copernicus, triggering Flame King Genghis' effect, special summoning the Lamia, sending Necro Slime to the grave. Now from this you can already see it's the exact same combo. It's going to go straight into your Samsara Dragon of Rebirth, and you're basically going to follow off from there. Once you've gone for the Rebirth, bring out the Lamia back for the contract with the gate, which is going to go for the Flame King Genghis, and you're going to get your Shooting Riser Dragon, from which you can then send Necro Slime and Flame King Genghis to the graveyard for your Flame High King Genghis. Once you've got Flame High King Genghis on the field, you're going to go back again straight away into that double D play. From the double D play, you're then going to go for setting your Pendulum Zones, once again with Zero King Rage and Abyss King Ragnarok. Your Savin Kepler from the top of your extra deck is going to be special summoned by Pendulum Effect, and then you're going to trigger Ragnarok, taking that 2000 in total, bringing out your Lamia, and then set past turn again, or even make your Linkuriboh, which is always a nice little one to do, again for that little negate of damage. Once you've got that, you've essentially got game from there. You just need to be able to play to your advantage. This next combo, it's going to be a 4-card combo, and we're actually going to need to take some cards out. So we're not going to need Rage for this combo, and we're not going to need Ragnarok. So you can just put those aside for now. Your extra deck's basically going to stay the same. There's not really much you need to take out of there. But this is where you actually get the option whether you're going to use a Flame King Genghis or a Flame High King Genghis. Okay, for this same key combo, you're always going to have your Copernicus, your Motivating Captain, your Lamia, and Swell Slime. But oh no, what happens if you don't have your Copernicus? Well, you're going to hope to God you got Gate, because Gate's going to allow you to search for that missing piece. But let's say Lamia, no, Lamia was the one that was missing. What are you going to do? You're going to use Gate again, and you're going to get that Lamia back. Let's say again, your Swell Slime's missing. What are you going to do? You got it. You're going to Gate. You're just going to bring out Gate. You're going to be able to get your cards back. You're going to search for the missing piece. As long as you can search for the missing piece, you basically up your percentages and up your chance for just basically drawing your combo pieces as a whole. Now, you can replace your Motivating Captain with a Reinforcement of the Army, and it is very viable to have this tech piece in the deck just because it allows you to pull another Motivating Captain. Instead of just having 3, you technically have 4 in your deck. It's not as versatile as some of the other cards in the deck, like Contract the Gate, that allows you to search almost any DD card. But it does allow you to combo off if you so happen to have a Lamia, Copernicus, and Swell Slime in hand, which is very, very helpful. So today, I'm not going to be showing you the combination with this one, simply because all you need to do, if you have these 3 cards, you just need to activate this one, giving you that Motivating Captain, and then you can combo off from there. So it's not that much of a necessity. So I'm going to put that guy aside for now. Right, so we're going to start off anyway, going straight through this combo. In total, you are going to have a 2.4% chance to pull off this combo going first, and a 7.2% chance pulling this combo for King Calamities going off second. So without further ado, we're going to go for a Swell Slime and Lamia to the grave. We're going to special summon our Flame King Genghis. We're then going to go for a Swell Slime to the Banished Zone, special summoning that Copernicus, triggering Flame King Genghis' effect, special summoning the Lamia, using Copernicus' effect on summon to send a Necro Slime to the grave. Now once you've done that, you can just synchro off into a Samsara Dragon of Rebirth, and after that you're going to go for a normal summon of Motivating Captain to bring back your Lamia. You're then going to go Lamia and Flame King Genghis for a Shooting Riser Dragon, and on summon a Shooting Riser Dragon, you're actually going to want to send to the graveyard a Savin Kepler. Now, I thought at one point it was any level 1 will do, but it has to be a Savin Kepler, otherwise you can't activate Necro Slime's effect or your Lamia's effect. I do believe you can use Motivating Captain, but at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you how you want to play the game. I prefer to have my DDs as recursion material. After you've done that, you're simply going to go for a Necro Slime and either a Flame King Genghis to the banished zone for a fusion summon of Flame High King Genghis, or what I prefer to do is go for that Savant Kepler, send it to the grave, and then you get your normal Flame King Genghis to the field. After which you can send Flame King Genghis to the grave for your Lamia, and you can pass turn. And this on your opponent's turn will bring you your Archfiend King Calamity, as well as being banished for that card. So it's a very simple combo, very nice, very quick as opposed to the other one, but it gives you everything you need. Now the reason I go for this one is because maybe you want your Flame High King Genghis being saved for later, but you can, instead of going for your little Flame King Genghis, you can go for the High King Genghis. It's really up to you as to what you want to do. I would also recommend on the turn before you synchro, going from Motivating Captain to the grave for your cheeky Linkaribo. Again, that's just that damage negate, plus Motivating Captain only has 400 attack, so he can just be beefed over very easily by a normal summon of whatever monster they've got. So just protect your life points a little bit, just be smart about your plays. But you're still going to end with one card in hand, so it does help. You can also use a discard from hand to help the Lamia get back on the field, which will actually allow you to combo off better, and you might even have more pieces by the end, maybe a higher monster with a bit more attack. But it's entirely up to you how you want to look at it. For the last combo I've got for you guys today, it's going to be the Where Art Thou combo. It's basically taking out Motivating Captain for Where Art Thou. And it's going to be as simple as this. So you're going to draw your 4 cards, you're going to use Swirl Slime and Copernicus this time. They're going to go to the grave and they're going to summon that Flame King Genghis. Once you've gone for that Flame King Genghis, you are going to use Swirl Slime, you're going to special summon your Lamia, and it's going to trigger Flame King Genghis' effect, special summoning that Savant Copernicus. After which you're going to send a Necro Slime to game from that Copernicus. You're going to trigger Where Art Thou at this point, and from Lamia you're going to add to your hand another Lamia. Now at this point it's very important that you have another Lamia in your deck. If you don't have another Lamia in your deck, this combo will not work. So from this we can go for a Lamia and Savant Copernicus to the grave, and you're going to get your Samsara Dragon of Rebirth. You're then going to be able to normal summon your Lamia from your hand, and now because you've normal summoned your Lamia from your hand, the Where Art Thou isn't going to take effect, so you won't lose 2000 damage in your end phase. You're then going to use the Lamia with the Flame King Genghis. It's going to go to the grave, and you're going to be able to get yourself a Shooting Riser Dragon. On the summon of Shooting Riser Dragon, you're going to want to send to the grave anything but a Necro Slime and a Lamia. So I'm going to go for my Savant Kepler once again, just because of those DDDs. They are pretty decent once you have them in the graveyard. So this is going to be your graveyard at this point. You're going to use the Necro Slime and the Flame King Genghis, and it's going to go off for either your Flame King Genghis again or for your Flame High King Genghis. This time we'll do a Flame High King Genghis, and you do have the ability now for that Spell or Trap negate just on a consistent card if they do have anything being played. After that you're simply going to use a Lamia effect, and you're going to send off the Flame High King Genghis, bring Lamia back, and Flame High King Genghis in the grave. Once you've done that, set turn to your opponent. As soon as it comes in, you know exactly what's coming down. You have your beat stick on the field. Now, as much as I love this combo, it's not that great. At the end of the day, it does utilize Where Art Thou in its highest potential, because you're not taking any damage from the effects of it due to the fact that you've normal summoned. The biggest downside to this though is at the end of the day you're only ending with a King Calamity. You haven't got any battle negates, you haven't got any spell negates, no monster negates, no nothing, other than the fact that Calamity's on the field, which again is pretty amazing. At the end of the day though, my favourite combo for this deck is your 3-card combo. So you're going to be starting with that Swirl Slime, that Lamia, that Kepler. The reason being is because these guys give you your pendulum zones, they give you a 1800 attacker, they give you a 300 attacker, they also give you your Calamity. You have the option to go into Bardiche if you want to, maybe set up an Xyz play if you think you can't beat out your opponent, but doing the calculations, it is possible to revive things from the graveyards on your turn after they've passed theirs or after they've tried to attack you with theirs. From using your pendulums, you can send stuff to the graveyard, you can bring a contract to your hands, you can play the contract, you can draw a card. There's so much you can do just with these 3 cards for that King Calamities combo. So I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. And if you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to just leave something in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you soon. Have a great day.